we have to cancel that live earlier on because there were some strange situations there. But Ryan here with our brand new live. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. And I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much for being here. And that was a very unusual experience that we have there at the apartment. So, hey Christy, good to see you back on here. That was crazy. So, we're gonna get back into this subject here, this topic here. We are up against who are our enemy is pain from the past and the emotions that comes along with it. So we are fighting against or up against pain, from our past and the emotions that comes with it. So when I first begin to understand what my tr- my real enemy was, I understand that was enemy that this enemy wasn't external, it was internal. And this is the battle I have to fight every single day. I did not know how intense it was going to be, or how long it was going to take me to become victorious. I would say I am victorious to a large degree. Am I all the way victorious? I really do not know. I don't want to say that. So, pain from the past. What happens to you in the past? I don't really care much what happens to you in the past. Is moving forward, how do you deal with it now? This is not necessarily easy. This is not particularly easy because we have all these things happens to us. Now, it is our job now to go fix what happened, right? So, here we are later on trying to figure out how to deal with all of this pain and the emotions that comes along with it. It is gonna take over your life, and it is going to be running your life if you do not do something to keep the emotions in check and wash away as much of the pain as you possibly can, because that's our goal here. Wash away as much of the pain as you possibly can and keep the emotions in check. Reduce the emotions. It's our job to control our emotions and reduce it. We want to have as little emotions as possible. I'm not Good emotions like love and happiness, and so those emotions are good. But you also have negative emotions, which affects your life negatively, affects the people who you're around in a negative way. We do not want to do that. So this is why we are working on tackling the pain from the past and deal with it, to make sure that when we go out there into the world, we behave like normal human beings. We don't take out our anger and you know be become bitter and resentment to people who hasn't done us anything at all. This is our war. We have to fight. This is our battle, and we are dealing with this battle on a day-to-day basis. So, what happened to you in the past? Does it matter? Yeah, yes and no. It might matter because you need to take a look at it and see where, um, uh, right? Oh, wow, that's interesting. Cool. Yeah, so we can talk more. We can go, get more into stuff like those, because I believe that all these things happens because of where, those early years. Look who we were around and see how those people behave and how they treat us and how we react to everything. And some of us, we didn't have the care, the love, the protection, and all that stuff. So we ended up probably being, having anxiety, whatever the heck. I do not know. I think I developed something called panic attack at one point. It's not as bad anymore, but that was something was there, and I kind of see how that happens because of the places where I was and what was going on at the time and what I saw with my eyes and what I hear with my ears and what people were saying scared the crap out of me as a kid. So, um, because the neighborhood was very rough and stuff was happening and I see stuff and I heard stuff, right? It was just scary. So later on down the road, I developed something called panic attack, and I didn't understand what was going on and where it even came from. But I work to wash away as much of it as I possibly can. Some of it is still there, but it's not as bad as how it used to be, right? So that might be something you want to look at. Take a look at your, early childhood and see what transpires there. And then moving forward, you're gonna have to learn how to take it on full on, head on, and wash away some of it, or wash away as much of it as you possibly can. And now I will get into the work, the deep inner work that I do on myself every single day, because it, these are things that I have to do to make my life better, and to the way how I function makes me better as well. Okay, so when I started to understand more about programming, and see, because some of these programs downloaded so fast in us because they came from a negative place. Whenever the situation is negative, we download them faster, and that's because our subconscious mind works off of fear. Fear. You know, well, that's cool, man. That's cool. Yep, tear down Babylon. Yes, let's go. Right? So, yeah. So, when I start to really deal with this work here, to put it to work on removing the emotions, which was a serious problem for me for most of my life. And also because I was taking out that pain that I was walking around with on other people, and it wasn't fair to those people at all. Okay? I'm Jamaican, right? And it was not fair to those people at all. So instead, Huckster, what's up? So instead, I start to work on, making the change. There were certain things that I was doing which helps for a little bit. Like pack up my stuff, move to another city. That works for a little while. Um, yeah, right. Because okay, one of the thing that was, let me see if I can pronounce your name, Nesquik. So one of the thing that was going on with me in those early in those days, when I did not have anybody to turn to, because so something happened there where I was giving off the vibe I was giving off. I was getting back, that stuff was coming back to me. I was giving off a whole bunch of anger and hate and resentment. That stuff was coming back to me. So I wasn't getting any help there. The feedback was good, but what help? No. The feedback was good to the point where it tells me that I need to change the way how I was behaving. That was good, but I wasn't getting any real help. when I got into this thing called personal development, and bit by bit, piece by piece, little by little, I hear certain informations, and then I start to look at my own life, and I saw what was really going on there. That is when I start to really understand that my childhood was not normal for a kid. Children shouldn't have to live that way and grow up that way with very little love, very little care. People weren't so kind a lot of times. And I have to learn how to work through all of that old stuff. And things happened to me in the past that actually make me extremely bitter. And I was resentful towards, for a very long time towards certain people. I held that in me for years. My own people and my own family members and other people as well. And I hold those in me, right? Yeah, yep, back in Jamaica, yep. I hold those in me for a long time. Little did I know that me holding on to those things was poisoning me at a rapid rate that I could not understand. And I start to say things that these are words that shouldn't even left my mouth. But I was saying these things. And if it comes down to it, who knows what the hell would I do them? Would I don't? I don't know. We don't know, right? But I'm here today because I didn't do those things. For some strange reason, I tend to hold myself and keep myself in check, making sure that I don't go too far with it. As bitter as I was, as hateful as I was, as angry as I was, full of trauma. And the people who help inflict those trauma, I was resentful towards them as well. Hate them. Okay? Now it was time for me to take responsibility. This is where the rubber meets the road. Take responsibility. What happens to me in my life? I understand that these people are not gonna come back and shake my hand and apologize to me. They're not gonna do that. So I understand there is no apology, right? Self-help influencer. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. We'll see about the self-help influencer. I like to walk around like this. I feel comfortable like this because I'm a fitness guy. I'm more into fitness. Hybrid fitness is more preferable. Running and working out. I like that stuff. All right. Uh, growing. Like I said, first thing you're gonna have to take responsibility. That's one of the first thing you're gonna have to do. What happens to you? What happens to you in the past? It sucks. Whoever done you something, however it happens, I don't care. However it happens, really, it sucks either way. Whether you understand it or not, it sucks. What happens now, moving forward? What do you do right now to change that for yourself? First, you have to take responsibility. Understand that nobody is coming to apologize to you. You need to understand that. Now, moving forward, what do? You said growing. This is my favorite part because I'm into the whole self-help, self-work, growth, because you're going to have to change. Growth equals transformation and change. You cannot do what you are doing right now and expect to get different results. It's not going to happen. I'm sure you know that already. That's called insanity. How do you grow? Well, what are you doing to change? The things that helps me become better, because growing means you are growing into a better person. Mentally, you're gonna have to change mentally, physically too. You can get into hybrid fitness like I am into, running and working out. I think that's probably one of the best thing anybody could ever do for themselves because it helps physically and mentally as well. So we're talking about growing. The next part is you're gonna have to reprogram your subconscious mind. All that stuff that all that old trauma, that old hatred, that old bitterness, all that stuff, some of it are gonna have to get washed out. You're gonna have to wash some of it out, wash some of it away. So, your rituals and your routines. What do you do when you wake up in the morning? You're gonna have to do some things. Maybe you are a Christian, so you pray, you get your Bible. Maybe you are into yoga, you start doing some stretches. Something to make you feel different from how you are feeling right now. Now, when I said read your Bible, if you're a Christian, something you're gonna have to understand here. You cannot just read. I don't care what you read. Think and Grow Rich, um, Joe Dispenza, Dr. Bruce Lipton. I don't care what you read. Bhagavad Gita. You're gonna have to look for certain passages that jumps out at you, that screams at you, makes sense to you. You underline those passages, mark those pages, and you go back. And you're gonna read the same thing. I know. Over and over and over and over and over and over till it becomes part of you. You start to memorize it. Repetition is what cleans the mind, cleans your thoughts, cleans your mind, and also reprogram your subconscious mind as well. Repetition is going to become your best friend in this changing, overcoming whatever is going on there. Because I think these things, and anxiety, all those things are programs. And it's making us feel a certain way that we do not want to feel. And that's okay. Yep, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's a book by Napoleon Hill. It was written back in 1937 when, because Napoleon Hill was a journalist and he was hired by Andrew Carnegie, the richest man in the world at the time, to thank you very much, Nesquik. Quick. Catch up with you soon. Take care. I wish you all the best on your journey of transformation and change and progress and growth. And I'm looking forward to see you out in the world doing great things and helping other people as well. Take care. Have a good night. So, Think and Grow Rich. It was a book, was written by Napoleon Hill back in 1937. Napoleon Hill was hired by Andrew Carnegie, the richest man in the world at the time. And so he told Napoleon Hill to go around and interview all these rich people. Harvey Firestone, Henry Ford, all these rich millionaires and billionaires that we know today. And, I think Rockefellers too, he interviewed those guys as well too. And he realized that all these guys are doing 13 things, 13 principles that these guys have about them that they are doing. And that's the reason why their lives turn out different from us, because of the principles that they embodied. And they do certain things a certain way. In the first story, 1937. Yeah, 13 principles. Yes, 13 principles. And in the book, in the first chapter, the first story is by Edwin C. Barnes. He wants to go work for what's his name there up in Orange, New Jersey, Thomas Edison. He wants to go work for Thomas Edison, and he was in Chicago, I believe, and he did not have the money to go to Chicago. But years upon years upon years, Barnes said, "I need to get it. I need to work for." No, no, no. I need to. He said, "I need to be in business with Mr. Thomas Edison, not work for him. I need to be in business with him." Barnes jumped on the train. Um, well, not really. Not really. There was a group of black people formed. They were formed in that 1901. They are called the Boule. This is the black elite here in America. Most people have never heard about them because they are so secretive. I can see the reason for that. So they started back in 1901. They are the black equivalent of the Skull and Bones. Okay, so these guys um, are very successful up until this day here in America as well. So it's not necessarily true. There were other black people who were successful at that time as well. Yeah, but yes, but also there were other black people who were successful at that time as well, because when Napoleon Hill died, he was about to write a Think and Grow Rich, the black version, when he died, because he was about to go interview those other rich black people as well. So the idea that if you're black, it keeps you back, it's not necessarily, it's not 100% true. Are there will be more obstacles because you are black? Probably. But the truth is, there is nobody powerful enough to stop you, really. They can hinder you and hold you back, but for the most part, you are so powerful that you can just make your way in life once you have a winning mindset, right? Yep, he was gonna write a black version. Later on, more recently here, there's a black guy. They gave him that task to carry out. It took him 6 years to write that book. And so he wrote Think and Grow Rich, the black version, whatever you want. I'm not sure what they call his version. So he went around and he interviewed all these black millionaires, and the secret. And it's like, it's the same. It's pretty much the same what they are doing. It's just that, you see, belief is what holds back so many people, because these people believe that they cannot become successful. They believe that some boogeyman out there is holding them back. That's the reason why they cannot become successful. That is one of the biggest ripoff I have ever seen happen to black people, telling them that because of these people, this is the reason why you cannot become successful. It is an utter bloody lie that they told. And I think they did this for a reason. Nobody cannot stop you from becoming successful. Once you have a laser beam focus on where you want it to go, you will get there. And the universe is so abundant and kind, it will put people, places, and things and circumstances in order for you to get from where you are to where you need to go. These things will happen for you. So don't listen to anybody at all tell you that, oh, I can't become successful because I'm black. It is a strange and unusual belief system. You have to abandon it, get rid of it. Black people can become successful too. Could it be a little harder for you? Perhaps. Even then, it doesn't mean you can't do it, or it is not doable, despite the fact that it's hard. Your belief is what controls you. Change your beliefs, and you're gonna see how much you flourish and how much your life improve. That's it. Like I said, when Edwin C. Barnes wanted to go to Orange, New Jersey to work for Thomas Edison, he could have said, no, not work, to be in business. That this is what this was the difference when he showed up. He didn't showed up there asking for a job. He showed up there in his rugged looking clothes, telling Mr. Edison, I am here to be in business with you. Funny, because this guy looked at me like, what the heck is this guy talking about? And he was like, yeah, no, I think he told his wife, Mr. Edison's wife was down there. Yeah. So Mr. Edison's wife was down there. Thank you very much. Right. And he said, he told Mr. Edison's wife that, tell Mr. Edison that my name is Edwin C. Barnes, and I am here to be in business with him. That's the type of confidence you have to have when you are going to move forward to do the things you want to do. Confidence is a big one. That can, that's why when you're talking to people, you shake their hands and you look in their eyes. These are things that you need to be doing. So if you thinking that you can't, hey, I hate to break the news to you, you are right. Oh, I can't become successful because I'm from the ghetto somewhere. It's true for you. You better believe that. I mean, you believe it, so it's true. I wouldn't even associate with somebody like that. I don't have time to talk to anybody like that who said I can't do things because of a certain way. When I start to read these stories and I see like Napoleon Hill, his son was born no ears. I think no physical ears, I believe. The guy was born deaf. Guy couldn't hear anything at all. So Hill decided to talk in his ears, and he noticed that there, he could hear a little bit of sound. But with that little hearing that the kid has, he was able to instill in the kid, tell the kid that that kid is gonna become successful. And it's true. That kid turned out to be extremely successful. Blair, that was his son. Oh, thank you very much, Kevin. Yeah. So that kid, Blair, I think he was born in 1912. I think he died around 1970, I believe. But this kid turned out to be extremely successful. He turned out to be a salesman, I think, and he was selling the things that they use for hearing. Okay, right? So it tells you that it doesn't matter. When I start to read these stories and I see people who came back from, even people who lost their eyesight, turned out to be successful. People who got into horrible accidents, bad accidents, broke everything, and they came back and still become successful. So you, as a strong person who has both eyes, both ears, physically looking attractive, talking about you cannot become successful, amazes me, man. So that's why I said more of us need to read Think and Grow Rich. Or you can also read the later version, Think and Grow Rich, The Legacy. Right? So, I highly recommend these stories, especially when you cannot find your way. Napoleon Hill's son began to hear and talk later on. The kid was born. The kid was born no years. He can make it. He can do it. You can do it too. Just saying. Skin color has nothing to do with it, but that's what they told us. Oh, it's because of the color of your skin. I'm not gonna buy into that belief. I don't care. I am gonna make it either way. people who come from the ghetto, in the worst ghetto you can think of, extremely poor, and these guys turned out better than us. What's going on here? You know? Nah, I'm a fitness guy. I'm into fitness, so no, I don't need shirt. Nah, I'm good. Not gonna do that. That's not gonna happen. I'm gonna be like this, man. Get into shape, get into fitness. This is for people who wanna get into fitness. I like fitness people, so I rock with them on this level. All right. All right then, folks. I'll catch you all soon in a new video, and that's all right. That's okay. I don't complain. I don't cry, and I don't whine about anything at all. I just let life be her. Uh, yeah, that's okay. Yep, yep. I gotta stand up, man. Yep. It's like you can't bend, and you know I can't bend for everybody at all. You know. Well, I wouldn't say I am that anymore, but I grew up like that though, because it's part of the culture. And yes, I have been like that for a long time. But right now, I don't care what people do anymore. I really don't care. They can go do whatever they want, be themselves, do whatever. I'm more so about, if you want to be treated well and treated with respect and treated with love and kindness, that is what I'm looking for. People who want to be treated with respect, love, and kindness, caring, and those things, I can offer to other people. Those money things, non-intangible things, I can give those all day long. That's just me. Yeah. Well, all right then, folks. I will catch you guys soon in a new video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. Appreciate y'all. Thank you very much for being here. And I will catch you soon, man. Whoa, such a photo. I will talk to you soon, brother. Be safe out there. Look more.